Sportscenter.
Hey, I'm Chris Berman. Got a lot of games to cover. Let's get at it. In our first game this week, we had the Packers come away with a 7-point win. Cedric Wilson stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Trent Green threw for over 200 yards and helped his Chiefs beat the Broncos. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. Before we get to the big news of the week, let's do a quick shakedown on the rest of the NFL's injuries. Ray Lewis will be out of action for a while, and that will be a huge loss for this defense. The team doctors have reported a pulled hamstring, and he'll be out for 6 weeks. Now the big story of the day. Tom Nalen is going to find himself on the shelf, and that will be a major blow to his team. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
In the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, we had the Eagles get sent away with a 7-point loss. Up in Chicago, we had the Bears barn burn their way to a 24-point win. Ravens, Browns. Jamal Lewis is backed up in his own territory. He tries to bounce outside. He'll have the first down. Shakes another tackle, goes down the sidelines. Wait a minute. Yes, the ref said his feet were in. He could go all the way, 73 yards. The Ravens win this one by the final score of 17-13. The Buccaneers got 300-plus yards from their offense in their victory at Raleigh, Maryland. The Rams won decisively at home, but will take to the road next week to meet the Falcons. By the coal mines of Pittsburgh, we had the Steelers come away with a decisive 10-point win. Chad Johnson had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. Aaron Brooks threw for 250-plus yards and helped his Saints beat the Seahawks. Titans, Dolphins. Derek Mason is always a guy to look for when you're at the 10-yard line, as they are right now. Here's the snap, the lob, touchdown! The Titans go on to win this by the final score of 27-7. Up in Ralph Wilson Stadium, we had the Bills get edged out by 2 points. The Chargers racked up over 150 rushing yards in their win at Reliant Stadium. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Jeremiah Trotter will be on the move. You see it there. He'll be getting a nice little payday, too. 4 years, $7.6 million. Dave Fiore is also on the move as he signs a robust 5-year contract with the Jaguars. Jason Gilden is going to find himself with a new club, and he'll be in a new tax bracket, too. 4 years, $16.0 million. Added on to that, a $3.2 million signing bonus. Jason Sehorn will also be locked up for a while as he signs a healthy 6-year contract with the 49ers.
The Patriots won at home, but will take to the road next week to meet the Cardinals. And in our final game, we had the Cowboys come away victorious. So, as usual, plenty of surprises around the NFL. And heck, we just got into week 1. My primetime players' game balls go out to these gentlemen, each one with a fine start to the season. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.